Hey guys. Alright, I've actually got a rational reason for wanting to do that. Besides the joke. Hope you're all doing well. Alright. So it's going to take me a second. Alright, so just to explain the title to this stream. Okay, so I missed one of the keratins way back, and I'm not able to go back and get it. So it's pretty much impossible for me to get the stealth camouflage on this run. Good news is, I've actually already gone ahead and finished this game file. So I actually don't need to worry about getting all the keratins, and that's actually a good reason. That's actually a good thing, because the last few are actually kind of a pain in the butt. Alright, so as you can see, I've already got a couple of finished game files. And I actually completely missed one of the keratins. One of the ones that I missed at the beginning of the last episode. And this is the game file that I just started. So, unfortunately, I was smart enough. Question mark. Was I smart? Yeah, no, I was smart. Alright, so we just skip to the skip to the end of the skip to the top of the ladder, so alright. We're okay. He's alright, he's alive, he didn't die. Alright, so again, good news is that I don't have to worry about collecting any of the animals now. And I don't need to worry about the keratins. Hey, maybe. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in, dropping in. I appreciate it. So, because I don't need to worry about any of the keratins or any of the animals, things are going to go a bit more smoothly now. Oh, also, something else that I've figured out how to do. I figured out how to do that thing where I don't have to kill the guys. Oh, also, right. 1 second. Something that I went through last time. Hot minute, that means it's been a while, right? Question mark?
Snake, the
I'm doing
altitude
okay,
in those
really.
mountains is pretty high. That means the oxygen concentration in the air is lower than normal. There's less oxygen in the air. Naturally, you'll be breathing less oxygen as well. And the oxygen content of your blood will go down. In other words, you run the risk of becoming hypoxic. Hypoxia is a very serious condition. In the worst cases, it can lead to pulmonary
I'm
and
here, don't
cerebral
worry.
edema. I don't think you need to worry right now, but all the same, be careful.
So, what do I need to be careful about?
In high altitude areas, you will tire quicker than normal.
Okay.
Snake, climbing uphill takes a lot of stamina as it is, but on top of that, the air up there is thinner than normal. You're burning through stamina a lot faster now than ever before. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. Be sure to eat something to restore
Also,
your
hi,
stamina
Cinnabara.
before you run
Sorry,
out.
I didn't say hello earlier. I was trying to be quiet just for the joke of me killing myself. Okay, so paramedic basically... we already went through this, but I'll go through it again. So paramedic basically went through the idea of, now that we're at the top of a mountain, we'll be burning through our stamina gauge much, much faster. You can actually see it dropping if you pay attention. Alright, so I figured out how to do that thing where I don't have to kill anybody. So watch this.
Answer me. Scorpions. They have lethal speak. Let go of me.
Ta-da! I got it to work. I figured out how it works. So now I can do that to people, and I don't need to worry about killing them anymore. I don't have to drop them off. I don't have to drop them off the mountain anymore. So I reloaded back to this save because, as Cinevere and Raving Irradiator would have known, I kind of just allowed everything to go to crap. And there were a lot more deaths or killing of people. I think did I die? I can't remember. But either way, I decided to reload back to this save. Oh, also something else that I forgot that I need to bring up. Another reason why I reloaded the save was because I missed out on the end's parrot. I got it this time. I reloaded back to the fight with the end, fought him again, made sure to grab the parrot this time. Also, did I actually ever bring this up? This is the Tsuchinoka that we picked up as well. There's only one other game that I know of that has the Tsuchinoka in it, and that's Castlevania Aura of Sorrow. But yep, that's the Tsuchinoko. Mythical snake. Proven to exist by Soma Cruz in the year 1935. 2035, sorry. That's from Aura of Sorrow. So yeah, this run's basically already shot for getting the stealth camouflage. Because in order to get the stealth camouflage on a repeat playthrough, it basically requires you to either A, get through the entire game without triggering a single alert phase, which I've definitely triggered at least one of those, or shooting all 64 of the keratins, and I've missed one for definite. I definitely cannot get it on this game file. Because I know exactly which one I missed, because I got it through my repeat play. So, yeah, good news is that we don't need to worry about getting the keratins or the animals anymore. And we probably won't get to the end of the game today. I mean, things will move a lot smoother now that I don't have to worry about getting specific animals. I don't have to run around trying to find the keratins. And like I said, the last 5 or so of the keratins, except for the very, very final one, the 5 before that one, they're actually a complete bullshit pain in the ass. It is literally bullshit. You'll see what I mean when we go through it. But fortunately, I've basically circumvented that. I've taken my stupid and used it in a smart way. Go down! Jesus. I forgot I had the M19. No, go away. Go away. You're not eating this guy. I'm gonna dump him off the mountain so you can't get him. It's fairly irrelevant to me if he does get eaten. Yeah, you're not biting me, snake. How's everyone been doing anyway? It's been a while. It's been 5 days, I think. Which is longer than I wished it had been. But there wasn't really much I could do about it between work and a lot of other stuff. I hope the audio balance is okay between the game and me. It should be alright. If it's not, let me know. I'll fix it. Because I haven't really been changing any of the audio options between streams, so I shouldn't need to worry about them. As long as I'm playing the same game, and because it'll have the same game audio balance. Yeah, there he is. I'll stay down here. Hopefully I can get through the mountain this time without shooting a bunch of people. Because I kind of realized that I missed the parrot, and I kind of just gave up after that, I think. Because I wanted to reload the save and go get it, but I also didn't want to make you guys sit through that again. Yeah, that was an interesting thing that you did. Melting a hole in the table. I can't say that I would recommend doing that, Cinnabar. Melting holes in tables. Hello, Mr. You. Mr. Blind Person, because you're not seeing the guy running right past you. Anyways, things should work out relatively well. I think, hopefully. I don't think he had it. He did.
HQ. This is HQ. Patrol here. We're under fire. Enemy position unknown.
Alright. So, before we run off, let's grab this. I think the game actually gives you the RPG regardless.
What's wrong? HQ, please respond. This is HQ. Patrol here. It appears we've been infiltrated. Commence alert formation.
I'll just stay down here. How's everyone? No, I'll just stay here and talk to you guys for a minute.
What's wrong?
Because I'd rather not go around shooting more people. Because I don't know about you guys, but I still feel kind of bad shooting these guys. Even though the playthrough that I'm through now, where I finished this and I'm playing through New Game Plus, I've actually gone around snapping everybody's necks because I'm trying to get the next achievement. How exactly do you plan to make money off melting holes in tables, Cinnabar? Or what? Stop putting caution back up to full again, please. How are you gonna make money off of melting holes in tables, Cinnabar? How is that a thing that makes money? Somebody's going to come to you and say, I want my table to look like Swiss cheese. Can you do that for me? And you'll be able to say, yes. In fact, I'm quite proficient at doing that. I have an iron. I have a fireplace poker that I can put holes in your table with. I'm very well very well versed at putting holes in tables. I don't know what I'm doing. I am basically stuck here for the next minute. We could do that, art installation, and there've been some questionable things represented in art galleries that have been sold for a lot of money. It'll just be another 38 seconds, guys, I swear. This will actually make things go a little bit smoother overall. There we go.
Understood. Return to your position.
It's not the best way of doing things, but there you go. You're down. Just so you know, the keratin's up on top of the.
Who's that?
Oops. Oh well, this is good. This is wonderful. Well, I'm glad that all that waiting around it was well served, you know. We made good use of it. Ugh. What? You guys are such cheaters. You guys are such cheaters. Go, 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 go. Oh crap, I thought that was a way up. Dang it. Holy shit! One second. You wanna start some shit, huh? You wanna start some shit? Okay. Yeah, go! Oh, I don't have it equipped. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I swear I'm better at this game than this playthrough would demonstrate. Alright, we made it anyways, so no huge worry. Oh, god dang it, that... I stumbled face first right into one of these guys. Don't tell me.
Snake, Eva is a KGB spy placed in Gru. She can't be seen by the
Oh,
enemy.
well, this is good. I think once we get out of the evasions phase, we'll be alright. So yeah, good start. Very, very good start. Holy hell. Yeah, I thought you were going to be very nosy, didn't you? So caution should allow me to go. Yep, okay, good. Holy shit. Oh my. Oh.
be fine. It's just that playing these two roles hasn't left me much time to sleep.
Where'd you get those cuts?
The Colonel,
He found out?
if he knew I'd be dead already. No, this is his hobby. He's a sadist. He gets pleasure out of making people suffer. He's scum. Does it look that strange to you?
No. I'm the same way. Scars all over.
Can I see?
No. Where'd you get this one?
I got it after defecting to the Soviet Union.
I don't think so. It's older than that. Code breaking is a desk job. Where'd you get this kind of scar?
You really want to know?
Hmm.
Well, too bad. A girl's gotta have some secrets, you know. But enough about that. You've got to get going. The Phase 2 trial of the Shagohod is about to start, and it looks like someone might be coming to spoil the party.
Khrushchev?
His forces are on their way here. The Colonel is gathering his troops together to meet them. If we don't get a move on, the security will be even tighter than it is now. You'll need this key. It unlocks the door to the underground tunnel. Once you're in there, you can follow the tunnel to get inside Groznygrad. And take this too.
What is it?
The food of the future. A well-balanced meal for the space age. It's good to eat some real food once in a while. I'll bet if I kissed you, you'd taste like a wild beast.
Do you know where exactly in Groznygrad Sokolov is located?
He's in the heart of the fortress, the weapons lab. The weapons lab is divided into 3 wings. There's the East Wing, which houses the research facilities. Then there's the main wing where the weapons are assembled. That's where the Shagohod is. Finally, there's the West Wing, which is connected via a passageway to the main building. That's where Sokolov is. To get in, you'll have to enter the main wing from the East Wing. Then, go through the passageway on the 2nd floor of the main wing.
The West Wing of the weapons lab. Got it.
There's just one problem.
Not again.
The West Wing is protected by the highest level of security. You need to be Colonel class to get in.
Colonel class?
Here, look at this picture. Major Ivan Rydenovich Rykov. Pretend you're him.
How do I do that?
Steal his clothes. You look similar from behind. They won't know the difference. Your face might be a problem, so you just have to figure something out. He should be somewhere in the East Wing.
All right. But how am I supposed to escape once I get Sokolov out of there? Command said you're supposed to have something ready for me.
And I do. There's a lake 30 miles north of here. I hid a wig there.
A wig?
It's a state-of-the-art ground effect vehicle.
A ground effect vehicle? I can't fly one of those.
That's okay. I happen to be an excellent pilot.
Taking off from a lake is trickier than it looks. It's not like riding a motorcycle. You've got to be more delicate.
Of course I will. You've seen how good I am with the bike, right?
Right. You handle the escape then. I'll head for Groznygrad.
Wait a minute. There's something I wanted to ask you.
What?
What's the story between you and the boss?
She was like a mother, and my master.
And your lover?
It went deeper than that.
Deeper?
Half of me belongs to the boss.
Do you love her?
No, nothing like that.
Do you hate her?
Does it have to be one or the other? Love or hate?
Between a man and a woman? You bet.
For 10 years, we lived and died together. You couldn't possibly understand.
And you think you can kill her now? That's your mission, isn't it? Assassinating the boss? Snake? Is there anyone you like? Someone special?
I've never been interested in other people's lives.
You were interested in the boss.
She was different.
Really? How do you feel about me?
I should be asking you the same question.
Me? I can fall in love if it's part of the mission. Even with you. Snake? What's wrong?
Sorry, I am still here. I just don't like talking over cutscenes too much.
See you around, Snake. Take care of yourself.
What about you?
I've got to hurry back and play my other part.
Are you going to be okay?
Not sure. They're not stupid and they know there's a spy. There's no way you could have gotten this far all by yourself.
Notice how she said she can only fall in love if it's part of a mission? You kind of get the idea that just like Snake, she's kind of been brought up to focus on her orders, like a soldier. I mean, that's kind of what the boss imprinted on Snake. That before everything else, orders come first. Which, I mean, it makes sense for a soldier, but for a person, it's kind of questionable.
Colonel. Did he talk?
No, he died before I could get it out of him.
Wasn't the spy then?
Look at this.
Transmitter?
Exactly. Planted to keep someone informed of his location.
Huh, where do you get those shoes from?
But does this mean Granin was the spy?
Perhaps he was being used by someone else.
Perhaps. This man was our comrade.
Comrade or not, he's of no use to us now.
I don't approve of your methods.
I don't need your approval. I'm in command here.
And that nuclear shell?
Still feeling sore about that, are you? What are you gonna do? Report it to the authorities? This is war, Major. A Cold War, fought with information and espionage. We must root out spies wherever they hide. It is kill or be killed. Potential threats must be weeded out. Your feelings are a menace to the unity of our organization. Someone is guiding the enemy's hand. A single man can only accomplish so much. Make no mistake, there is a spy among us.
But casting suspicion on our own
The
comrades.
C3 explosives have been stolen.
You think it was the American?
No, he could not have reached this fortress yet.
Then who?
I'd be careful about suspecting your own men.
Boss,
Where have you been?
The fear and the end have fallen.
damn it! CIA dog? That leaves only the Fury.
I like the way he says that.
How can the legendary Cobras be beaten so easily?
He's good.
Fallen for him?
Don't worry. I'll take care of him.
What is he after? Must be more than just Sokolov.
America is out to destroy the Shagohod and get its hands on your inheritance. The philosopher's legacy.
Impossible. The legacy, it...
Then they're out to kill me as well. Colonel, tighten the security on this place. He's coming here, I'm sure of it. I'm gonna get the Davy Crockett.
Perfume. Nice boots. Make sure you polish them up properly.
So it should be pretty obvious who she is by now. I mean, the game tries to goddamn drag it on, I think, but like you wouldn't believe how long it takes Snake to actually realize who she is. Also, if you're curious, you're gonna need the sniper rifle to get to this one, to this Keratin Frog, because it is all the way over there. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about it because I've already got a save file ahead of this one where I don't need to worry about them so much. Like I said, I already know I missed one, so, and because I have the save file ahead of time, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so now for excluding that one Russian glow cap, I now have an inventory full of man-made unexpiring food. That's how much excess you have even on normal mode. I feel like if they were to make this game a little bit more challenging without actually upping the difficulty, I'd say they would have you burn through stamina faster or have food heal stamina back less. Also, if you thought that the mountaintop was a pain in the butt before, it's actually worse now since we've gone in that door and come back out. Because they now have flamethrower troops. Clearly I don't care that much, considering I'm just gonna let myself get shot. I was really hoping I was gonna be able to show you and then sneak away, but apparently I can't do that. And I'm definitely gonna need all the health I can get for this next fight. Because as Volgan mentioned, there's one more snake cobra left. The Fury. And spoiler, we're gonna be fighting him next. And just so you know, one of the Keratin frogs is actually in this fight. You simply cannot access it until you've started the fight. I'm considering just doing this the easy way. Because I got the RPG, the easy way would just to be use the RPG and kill him. You know, actually kill him. I mean, I don't need to do the non-lethal stuff anymore because I've already done that and I've already gotten the reward for it. Because the reward for beating him non-lethally is to get his camouflage. But I've already got it. It's kind of useless except for this one fight. I don't know, would you guys hold it against me if I would just kill him? Because it's going to be a pain in the ass otherwise. It's probably going to be a pain in the ass regardless. I'll be showing you my completed file after this. After we get through this playthrough, I'll show you the completed normal file where I unlock everything anyway, so...
I am the Fury. The flames of my rage will incinerate you. I came back from space. As I returned, I had one vision. The world set ablaze. And do you know what I saw there?
He's basically very angry. Subtitle to this conversation is he's angry. Very angry.
A great and terrible fury at being alive. Now you're going to feel the scorching heat
Hi,
of
Kimba.
that blackness.
Come in just in time to see me blow up a guy. Alright, so this is how the fight works. Basically, we're in these long, dark corridors. And it's basically a game of cat and mouse. Because he trumps us on pretty much every front. Strength, speed, durability. The only advantage we have is the element of surprise. We are unable to attack him from the front. There he is there. We're unable to attack him from the front if he knows that we're here. Is that him? Can't tell. And as you can see, it's kind of hard to see him. Where is he? Oh, there he is.
Over here. Over
Yeah, no, I see you. So this is most of the first half of the fight. Once he gets down to half, then he'll start to get a bit more intense. And since I'm going to go for the lethal route, I'm going to equip... No, okay, I'm not going to do that then. I'm going to equip this, unequip that, I'm going to equip this. Unequip those, use those. No point in using these because he's actually wearing a flame suit, so fire weapons won't do anything. Until we rip his suit, actually, I don't think that explosive weapons do all that much. Ooh, that's a technique I haven't thought of using before. I could lay TNT down. Get away, bats. Anyway, I should be focusing on using the SVD right now. Yep, it is. It's kind of hard for you to see me as well. Oh. I will tell you that these fights are significantly easier if you do the non-lethal route. But, like I said, you don't... Like I think I said, you don't get the same rewards. Also, fire hurts, so we don't want to touch the fire. I think he's about to take off. Oh, it's ripped. I ripped your shit. So that's important because it means he's now vulnerable to explosive weapons. And you'll see that now that he's at half health, he's gonna start doing this shit. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. You kinda got a flamethrower. As you can see, this fight's significantly easier when you're fine with killing him. It's a lot harder when you're worrying about killing him non-lethally because you do a lot less to him. Oh, shit. Ah, fuck you. I should get out of clothing, please. Thank you. So because we're on fire, we can swap clothing, and that'll get rid of the fire. Shit. Don't forget your life medicine, that's important. And because we're on fire again, we have to swap clothes again. Just don't swap to naked. Swap to any other one except naked. Swap to black if you can. Swap to anything that'll give you a bit more disappearing powers, I guess. Just don't switch to naked. So you can see how much of a pain in the ass this is now. Imagine doing this non-lethally. And as you can see, he can get above us. Fuck! Come on! Get up! Move. Nope. Unequip that shit! Why did I equip that again? God dang it. No. Ugh! Get up! I'm trying to get him to roll and he's crawling. Stop crawling. So this is pretty much how the non-lethal fight goes, except he's probably about half stamina health right now. So he's probably got twice as much stamina as he does health. Pretty sure he's coming down this way. Nope, he wasn't. Did he fall off? I think I knocked him on his ass.
Over there!
Oh, grr. But believe it or not, this is actually easy compared to the non-lethal route. I think on the non-lethal route, I actually got down to no life medicine.
This is the end of the Cobras. You've got to live on. You're the only one left. I'm off. To join the sun. Behold, the flames of fury. The fires of hell will purge me clean. I can see it. Mission Control, do you read me? I'm coming home. I see the earth.
So remember, if you're going for the non-lethal route, not only are you restricted to weapons that overall do less damage or give you less progress towards beating him, you also have to get a keratin during that fight. But if you do beat him non-lethally, you'll get the camouflage right here. And like I said, I'll show you that after I do this playthrough. Because one of the things that I'm happy about not having to do all the keratins is that, especially the bike ride, because there's actually a bike ride sequence towards the end of the game. You know, and I'll just leave that. And there's keratins in that too. You'll see how bad it is later. But it's bad. It's bad. But even without that, it does mean less sort of running around, which is always good. So yeah, now we're inside one of the most heavily fortified bases on this side of the Earth, and it's got dozens and dozens of soldiers protecting it. So yeah, we're kind of, you know, really behind enemy lines right now.
You want to save?
Now, like I said, don't worry, because both of these save files, they're set after this save file, so at least progress-wise.
Snake, have you seen the movie Them?
No.
It's about these giant ants that appear in the desert of New Mexico after a nuclear test. The army tries to fight them off with flamethrowers. The ants were so big that they filled up the entire screen. The whole movie theater was screaming.
An ant that big could make a good meal.
Yeah, well, if you find any, don't eat them.
Come on, they're not that bad for you.
If you end up growing huge like that, you won't have any place left to hide.
Just like a Gurlugon.
I think there's actually a mission in Fallout 3 called Those that's actually based off of that premise, because it involves giant ants too. I should actually change into something that's a bit better than this. Splitter. And yeah, that'll work. What the?
Speak. This area is
Really? I didn't realize that.
Speak.
I almost stabbed him in the throat.
Answer me. This area is speak. Let go of me. Freeze.
Yeah, I've got that down pat now. So you'll definitely want to have a box available here. It does help. So because I don't need to worry about getting the keratins, I can just make a beeline towards my objective.
Speak. The armory. Northwest. Speak. Bastard. Freeze.
I should eat something, actually. I've got instant noodles and calorie mates to choose from. But that should mean we heal up faster. I'm trying to think. I don't think that there's anything too necessary. So that's what happens if you press the grab button while holding one of the control sticks, holding the control sticks in a direction. You just throw them. You don't grab them, you throw them. And you knock them out. You know what? I don't care. Just stay down. Alright, now I know that there's at least one more guard over to the right here. And there's one more over there. Alright, well, doesn't look like there's guard over to the right, so. Yep, there he is. That's gonna be completely pointless because I'm gonna be in the room by the time he falls over anyway, so. Okay, apparently it's somewhat relevant.
I think I saw some.
Okay, okay. It had some use. Get a good laugh out of it. You know, I'm just gonna get inside. Because there is actually a food storehouse and a weapons storehouse in this area too. I'll show you those later. But for now, we'll switch back over here. And if we equip the scientist, we can actually use this as a disguise again. Which is good. Because it makes it easier for us to not be found out. There are still a couple scientists in the area, so be careful. There's not really a whole lot of point to me collecting things if I'm not going to be using them on this playthrough now, but I'll see what I can find. So there's a scientist in there, but there's actually a good reason for holding off. So you remember, we're in here because we're trying to find Major Rydenovich Rykov. And he actually bears a striking resemblance to... There he is. He actually bears a striking resemblance to the protagonist for Metal Gear Solid 2. Whose codename's actually Raiden, by the way. I think this was just supposed to be a cameo for Raiden. His look and his name, at least. So this is him. Apparently we gotta steal his uniform so that we can find our way to Sokolov. Unfortunately, that means we kind of have to just sort of wait around for him to get to where we need him to get to, because where we need to get him to is up here. Because the game doesn't actually tell you where you need to hide him until after you've already knocked him out. Also, there's a Keratin up there. We actually have to get him into this room here. Now, he actually does come here all of his own free will, so it's actually easiest to just wait. I mean, you can search all these. You can look at pretty girls on the wall, I guess, but I might have to worry about Twitch getting angry at me for doing that. And strangely enough, this is actually the locker we're going to be hiding him in. For some reason, it looks different from all the others. Hey, another pretty girl. Wait, where's that Russian ration I just picked up? I don't know how it ended up there. It should have ended up at the top, not the... Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. Raiden, can you get in this room so I can knock you out, please? You're taking forever. Raiden. I think he's in that room there. Yep, there he is. Come on, Raiden. Oh, you gotta go into the bathroom now? Raiden, where are you going? Why'd you do that? Why'd you walk through the bathroom? There was no point to that. Okay, now he's going towards where we need him to go. Raiden! Come on, follow the spinning man. Follow the birdie. I'm sorry, I'm probably making everybody else dizzy. So I think the actual challenge with this is that it doesn't tell, like I said, it doesn't tell you where you need to hide him until you've knocked him out. So I think that's supposed to be the actual challenge, is that now you've got an unconscious body that you need to transport from wherever you knocked him out to the room that you need to put him into. Hi, Raiden. There we go. So if you knock him out in the correct room, it just cuts to this scene here. Did they show the thunderbolt that's actually on his underwear? There's a little thunderbolt on the right side of the front of his underwear, which is a little bit of an innuendo. Is a little bit of his background. You'll find that out in a minute anyway. Okay, so our disguise is half done, but to cover our face, we actually put on the mask that we somehow have that perfectly matches his appearance that we had for no reason. Anyway, we now look identical to him. The game kind of just glosses over the fact that we now have this guy's face in our inventory.
Okay, your Rykov disguise is complete. Now they won't stop you no matter what you do.
Even if I punch someone in the face?
Right.
Really?
Really.
Why?
Rykov's just that kind of guy. Once you're disguised as Rykov, you can get into the West Wing where Sokolov is being held. To get to the entrance to the West Wing, pass west through the main wing of the weapons lab and go through the connecting passageway. You can get into the main wing of the weapons lab from the southwest side of the second floor. Head for the main wing.
So, if you happen to be looking for things around Groznygrad, now is the perfect time. Because even though you can't use weapons as Rykov, with his disguise in hand, you can get anywhere. You don't have to worry about being seen, nothing. Let's check this out. Do we have a guard somewhere? We're just looking around for a guard. There's one. Hello, how are you?
Sir!
We could literally punch him. Punch him, punch,
What's going on?
knock him out,
What's going on?
whatever we want. How dare you question me?
Keep up the fine work, sir. Keep up the fine work, sir.
We can do anything we want, and nobody will do anything. The only limitation is that we can't shoot anybody because we can't equip weapons for some reason.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
We can even beat the shit out of guards in full view of everybody and nothing happens.
Keep up the fine work, sir. Keep up the fine work, sir. Pardon me, sir. Pardon me, sir.
So yeah, like I said, now's absolutely the best time to go find anything that you want to go find. Namely the keratins. After you're done messing about. And if you take a while, I don't blame you. It's pretty fun to be able to just smack the shit out of everybody after all this time. But after you're done, we need to go this way. Also, remember which locker that we put Rykov in. It's this one. So remember this one, and I think it's this one. If it's not this one, it's this one. Because there's nothing in them right now, or we can't... Yeah, no, there's nothing in them right now, but we'll want to check those later. So, that right there, there's the Shagohod. That's where it's being housed. But as long as we get Sokolov out, they can't finish it, right? Right. Right. They can't finish it without him, right? Anyway. So wearing the full Rykov outfit, walk up to these guys and we are allowed in. And they don't question why we're walking so weird. You'd think that they would have given us a proper walking animation while wearing this outfit. Also, remember that we took our hat and our mask off and threw them aside. Well, the hat at least, we threw it aside in this room, corridor, whatever, here.
You can count on me. What about the philosopher's legacy?
I don't know anything about that. What are you? Are you trying to kill me?
What's the matter?
I know nothing, I swear it. No one but the Colonel knows of the legacy.
I see.
No, don't. Oh.
God damn, everybody likes taking the piss out of Sokolov. Anyway, now that she's left, we can go inside. And I'll probably shut up for most of this cutscene, so...
Who's there? You're the man from the CIA. What are you doing here?
I told you before, didn't I? I'm going to get you out of here.
A man of honor, just like your commander. But I'm afraid You're too late.
Too late? Don't tell me. The Shagohods.
Exactly. The final preparations for Phase 2 are complete.
Sokolov, what exactly is Phase 2?
To put it in technical terms, it's a composite range extension system for medium-range ballistic missiles. The Shagohod was originally designed as a tank that could launch nuclear missiles from any type of terrain. There was just one problem we couldn't figure out how to solve. The ICBMs we have today are simply too big for the Shagohod to carry. But the military would not hear of it. They demanded a weapon that could launch a nuclear missile directly into the American homeland. That is when I came up with the idea for Phase 2.
But there's no way you could load an ICBM onto the Shagohod. So how'd you do it?
By accelerating the Shagohod itself.
Accelerating it?
In Phase 2, a rocket booster unit is attached to the frame of the Shagohod. The unit incorporates the same technology used in the Vostok rocket that sent Major Gagarin into space. Using this booster, the Shagohod can achieve a land speed of over 300 miles per hour.
That monster can go more than 300 miles per hour?
Yes. And from this state of accelerated motion, it launches a nuclear missile.
So, the Shagohod acts like the first stage of a rocket.
Yes, precisely. The range of the missile launched by the Shagohod thus increases from 2,500 miles to 6,000 miles.
6,000 miles? That's enough to strike anywhere in the United States.
Not only that, with the Shagohod, there's no need to construct giant silos like the ones used to house ICBMs. All you need is a runway about 3 miles in length, or its equivalent. And you can launch a thermonuclear strike against any location in the United States from anywhere in the Soviet Union. It cannot be detected by spy planes or satellites. It's a mobile fortress, capable of deploying in secret and launching its payload at any time.
A weapon from hell.
A completed prototype now sits in the hangar. At present, it is the only one of its kind. But Volgin is planning to mass-produce them based on prototype.
And deploy them all over the Soviet Union.
Yes, and that's not the end of it. He's going to ship them to Eastern Europe, to Asia, to all the countries of the Eastern Bloc. Even worse, he intends to use the Shagohod as bait to foment armed uprisings among dictators, ethnic insurgents, and revolutionary groups throughout the Third World. His funds are nearly limitless. He could start mass production tomorrow if he wanted. The reason that tensions between East and West have settled into a Cold War is because each side fears the other's power. Deterrence. The idea of using threats to keep one's enemy in check is the perfect word to sum up this state of affairs. But the Shagohod goes far beyond the level of threat. It will render the concept of deterrence utterly meaningless. If such a weapon is unleashed on the world, it will not be long before all nations are engulfed in conflict. The Cold War will end, and the entire planet will be consumed by the fires of war. Volgin and the Shagohod will be at the center of it all. So you see, it's already too late.
No, it's not too late.
What do you mean?
We've still got a chance. All we have to do is destroy the prototype and the whole facility before they can mass produce it.
But
just tell me what I need to do to destroy this place.
all right. The liquid fuel used in the rocket engine is stored in a tank. If you can blow it up somehow... Some C3 ought to be enough to blow the entire hangar to smithereens.
C3? You mean that cutting-edge plastic explosive?
It could be molded into any shape. The bomb of the future.
Where can I get it?
There was some in the armory here, but it's gone now. It was stolen by a female spy who was here a minute ago.
Eva?
No, that's not her name. Her name is Tatiana. She made her way in here by becoming Volkin's lover.
I thought she was your lover.
Mine? Oh, no. She is Volkin's lover. This is my lover.
Who are they?
My wife and daughter. They're in America.
Now I remember. Your family is in the custody of the CIA. How long has Tatiana been here?
Only a few weeks.
A few days before the Virtuous mission, then.
She said that Khrushchev sent her.
What did you just give her?
All of the experimental data for the Shagohod. Please, it is essential that you destroy the Shagohod.
I will, but first I've got to get you to safety.
No. I'm not going.
My mission is to rescue you.
Leave me.
Sokolov!
Khrushchev has abandoned me. I cannot return to my country. I would most certainly be sent to the gulags.
What about the U.S.?
Yes, I once thought of that. My family's waiting for me there. But even if I fled to the United States, I would once again find myself creating weapons of mass murder. In the end, it doesn't matter where I go. I am still a weapons scientist. To be honest with you, I'm tired. Every day I help create things that should never be used, things that should never have existed in the first place. Every day, without sleep. Without a word of praise from others. And my creations do not even benefit mankind. They are merely the tools of politicians. All I wanted to do was build space rockets. But it was not to be. The space race between America and Russia became the prey of politicians. The space race and the arms race are one and the same. Missiles, rockets, what's the difference? Scientists are always being used. Please, watch over my family. Major, what are you doing here? I've been waiting for you in my room. Who are you? Don't play dumb with me. If you think you can fool me, you're sorely mistaken. I know the Major better than anyone else. I come here looking for Tatiana, and what should I find? But a greasy freebooter.
disguise. It's gonna rub off on you. And then you'll lose sight of who you really are. Stay out of this.
She don't take no crap from nobody.
I see why they call you the boss. What was that? Some kind of judo?
No, it's called CQC, a basic form of close quarters combat. He and I developed it together.
Splendid. I'll take it from here.
Are you going to kill him?
Of course. But first, I will make him pay for hurting Ivan.
So yeah, kind of a bad day. And a very long cutscene. And it's not over, by the way. I'd say this part of the game is where they get really sort of heavy with the cutscenes. So I think we still got another 10-15 minutes worth of cutscenes left before more great gameplay.
Tell me,
Stop it!
who have you been talking to?
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
You'd better start talking.
Please, stop this!
Who is Khrushchev's lapdog?
How can you do this to him?
I know you gave the data to someone.
Never do
You! I guess he's dead. Now then, I hope you prove more entertaining than he was. But first, let's take a look at your body, shall we?
So this is actually an assessment of how much health you've actually gained throughout the game. Depending on how much health you've gained through natural healing, Volgan's assessment will actually change.
beautiful body you have. Like a newborn baby.
Which means we haven't actually gained very much health at all.
But not for long.
Also, it's very important to hold the left trigger for this, or the L2 button, because it's the only way you're going to be able to avoid taking damage in this cutscene.
Well then, let's get started. What is your target? Is it the Shagohod? Or Sokolov? Or maybe it's the Legacy? Answer me! Who is helping you? Who let you in here? You're a tough one, but even you must have your limits. And I am a patient man.
So we probably would have lost half our health had we not been holding the left trigger. It's a little glitch. Works well.
Here's where the fun really begins. My body carries an electric charge of 10 million volts. Let's see how you like this. Now answer me. How much does the CIA know? They're after my legacy, aren't they? Your real target is the Philosopher's Legacy, isn't it? Yes, yes. Let yourself go. That's what I want to see.
It's no use. He's not going to talk. He's been trained not to break. Trained by me.
Admit it. We're after the location of the legacy. The secret fund established by the three great powers during the two world wars. That's what you're looking for, isn't it? $100 billion divided up and hidden all over the world. And you're looking for a record of where all that money is hidden, right? No matter. Philosopher's Legacy is safely in my possession, in the underground vault of Groznygrad. You'll never live to rot it. What's this? A transmitter. Who's responsible for this?
I am. I planted it on him to keep track of his movements.
Why?
So the Cobras could ambush him.
If they knew where he was gonna be, they wouldn't have gotten themselves slaughtered. It pains me to do this, boss, but under the circumstances, I'm afraid I must ask you to show me some proof that you and he were not in collusion.
You don't trust me, is that it?
Not that, but he is your apprentice.
What do you want me to do?
Let's see. Cut out his eyes. I don't like those blue eyes of his. There's nothing more important to a soldier than his eyes. You made him a soldier, and now you will unmake him. Yes, it'll make for a touching display. He's all yours. Do it! Ruin him, just as he did the Cobras.
Stop!
What is it, Tanya?
He's suffered enough.
Well, well. Why are you protecting him? That smell. Tatiana, you're the spy.
What are you talking about?
I know that smell.
Stop it!
Taking a fancy tour, eh, Ocelot?
Notice he doesn't even mind.
I have no interest in this woman.
In fact, I think he likes the fact.
I want to test her. I'll let this be the judge.
Do as you like.
Here we go.
There. Satisfied now?
Well, that was refreshing. Come, we're going to my room.
So you survived the Colonel's torture, eh? Watching this has made me realize something. It's really not that bad. It's the ultimate form of expression. You got lucky this time, Tatiana.
Run!
I've prepared an escape route for us. Go out and head west. Pass underneath the connecting passageway and go north. You'll find an open manhole there.
You're...
Quiet!
No, she's not quiet. That's not.
Go through the manhole down into the sewers. The door at the north end of the sewers is unlocked. You can use it to get outside the fortress. I've got your equipment. We'll meet up later.
Eva.
But I can't get too close to your cell. You'll have to figure a way out of there yourself. I'll be in touch.
So yeah, even better day. So welcome now to the hardest leg of the game. We have no weapons. We haven't got our backpack. We can't access anything except the food and cure menus. But we also are completely limited to our right inventory and our left inventory for total inventory. So anything that we can't store in these two menus, we can't keep because we don't have the room for it.
Time to eat.
Alright, now this might seem weird, but trust me on this. Don't eat the stuff that he gives you. Throw it back at him.
Huh? What? You don't want this?
So we have a fork to replace our knife. It's not an exact replacement, but it is how we'll basically be getting a lot of our food for a while. Because basically any food item that we stab with it, it's eaten instantly. We also have a single action army with no ammo in it. Also, when we enter the pause menu, can you hear that little beeping? It's because we have a transmitter buried in our wound, thanks to Ocelot. And we also have a bullet lodged in our leg, thanks to the boss, which had a fake death pill in it. Also, you notice that our eye did not actually appear in the cure menu.
Snake, your right eye. The cornea and the lens are severely damaged, and the eyeball is ruptured. So,
So I can't heal it, even in the survival viewer.
I'm afraid not. I'm sorry, Snake. I wish there was something I could do.
Don't worry about it. I can still fight.
I don't doubt you. But don't do anything crazy, okay? From here on, it's going to be difficult to see out of your right eye. Attacking in first-person view will feel a little different from before. Be careful.
Snake,
Major,
you're all right.
I wouldn't say all right, but at least I'm alive.
That's good enough.
But they took all my weapons and equipment from me.
Well, you've still got your radio and medical items.
For some reason.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
Perhaps Volgin's not finished with you just yet.
Yeah, well, I'm not finished with him yet either.
Snake, you've got to escape from that cell somehow. There must be a way. Use your head.
So this leg of the game is actually synonymous with Metal Gear Solid 1. Because there's actually a scene, there's a leg in Metal Gear Solid 1 where you're locked in a cell similar to this. And what I'm doing here is actually a reference to it. So the idea is, you hide underneath the bed, he comes by and he sees that the cell's now empty, he freaks out, comes into the cell, and you can rush out after him. Right? It's a good plan, right? And it worked in Metal Gear Solid 1.
Chow time! No! Don't tell me he got out of here!
Hi.
What's going on here?
It's kind of a disappointment that doesn't work, but I do like the reference. Because like I said, Metal Gear Solid 1, when you do that, the guard completely freaks out and he actually runs into the cell. And that gives you time to get out from underneath the bed, knock him out, and run out of the cell before you can lock it again. Alright, so what I'm doing right now, you'll notice that he's trying to give me food so that I can keep my stamina bar up. You'll want to just throw it back to him. Take advantage of this gap in your bars to throw it back at him. You get a rat that I already ate. You get that to sort of help keep your stamina up meanwhile. Which I think it respawns after this cutscene that's about to come up. And it'll show you why you want to throw the food back to him instead of eating it for yourself.
Hey, eat up.
Also, the food that he gives you, it's crappy anyway. They're literally foods that are established to not recover very much stamina at all. Alright, so by surrendering those 3 items, you actually get something far more valuable.
Hey, you're not such a bad guy after all. I guess not all Americans are dogs.
You mean it?
Yeah. You know, before the war started, I used to live in America. I even had a wife and a kid.
You must be pretty lonely.
Yeah, I am pretty lonely. Really lonely.
What's your kid's name?
Johnny.
Johnny. Nice ring to it.
Brown noser.
Really? You like it? Well, if you say so, I'll believe you. Actually, my name is Johnny too. All the firstborn sons in my family are called Johnny. My dad's a Johnny, and my son's son will probably be a Johnny too.
The whole clan of Johnnies.
Why do we have a Cold War anyway? Our two countries used to be such good friends.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I just want to see my family again.
Must be rough.
Yeah. Not as rough as you have it, though. Here. I filched them from your equipment when the colonel wasn't looking. It's the least I can do.
Thanks, Johnny.
Well,
Don't suppose you could let me out of here.
huh? I can't do that. Hey, don't you go getting any funny ideas. If you try to escape, I'll have to shoot you. I've said too much. I gotta go.
Bye, Johnny. Yeah, so that doesn't work, but he was nice enough to give us our SIG spray. Also, the rat respawns. Come here. You gotta make me use one of my SIG gas. Nope. So the SIG gas spray is gonna be our one and only way of capturing anything alive right now.
Time to eat.
Hey, Johnny. Hi. So this door, it's actually opened via electric signal, I believe. So if we call the correct codec number, it'll open the door. Now, we've actually had 3 different opportunities to figure out what this number is. First one was in that cutscene with Sokolov. The second one was from the Sorrow behind the boss. And the third option was on the back of Johnny's photo there. Now, he won't stay out forever, so don't take too long. There's another keratin down there. I don't think we need any of these.
A prisoner's escaped.
Like I said, he doesn't stay up forever. And now I think he does, because I believe I've knocked him out like this before. And kicked him in the head, everything, and he doesn't wake up. Look, see? Kicking him in the head doesn't do anything. However, he is actually pertinent to the story of Metal Gear Solid beyond the events of this game, so I guess that's why they make sure that you can't kill him. Or at least they try to. Because I think if you kill him, does that cause a time paradox? Question mark? I think it does, doesn't it? Because like I said, he's actually pretty pertinent to the plot. If you've seen any of the later Metal Gear Solid games, you'll probably know what I'm talking about.
Did you manage to escape?
Yeah, I'm out.
Be careful. In your present state, you're practically naked. You don't have a single decent weapon, and you'll never survive in a battle. Take some time and pull yourself together. Eva says she's recovered your equipment, so rendezvous with her as soon as possible to get your gear back. Use the escape route Eva set up for you. Go down into the sewers through the manhole in the northwest section of Groznygrad. The manhole is in the northwest section of the fortress. Head northwest.
Alright, so we have no camouflage. So we can't make use of that. We have no other equipment than what we have in our inventory here. So that means that it's going to be very hard for us to keep undetected. Because we can't blend in with our surroundings anymore. And because we're stuck in the quote-unquote naked camouflage, it also means that we'll be burning through stamina a lot faster too. I really should have blown up the food storage. I just realized I didn't do that. Because it helps. It does help. Alright, Kimbo. You alright, Kimbo? I could feel him sniffing or something around my leg. I don't know what he was doing. So if you want to, what you can actually do, is it full? Oh, it is too. Look at that. Also, this is the leg of the game that I was mentioning. Eating all those bats would help, because it means that we get a little bit more stamina from the vampire bat. Because right now we kind of need whatever stamina we can get our hands on. So I'm questioning whether it's actually worth it to go this way, because we're not going to really have all that much need for other stamina requirements. Or, yeah, we're not going to have that much need for stamina for fillers. So no, I might just make a beeline out of here. So we can't use CQC anymore, so we can't hold up enemies. So it's going to be much more difficult for us to take out enemies. We can't hold them up, we can't CQC them, whatever. As much as he's not going to like it, this ration's going to be very helpful for us. Do we? Oh, we do. We have some smoke grenades. Those might come in handy in a little bit. Because right now I'm just sort of trying to find my way around again. Fortunately, we don't really have much. I mean, fortunately, unfortunately, we don't really have much need for equipment, so we don't really need to use up a bunch of time going around looking for it. So we can just sort of make a beeline towards our objective. If I can remember where I'm going. I think this is the correct direction. Whoa, shit. Even though it doesn't make a lot of sense, we can't, for some reason, stick up enemies using the Signal Action Army, for some reason. They don't explain why, but for some reason you can't. You can't use CQC with it. It is decidedly inferior to our M1911A1, to our Mark 22. that wasn't ideal. But it could have been a lot worse. Still could have been a lot worse. Alright, now it's getting bad. Shit. God damn, it's so many errors. I swear I got this off screen. I mean, I know you're not going to believe me, but I did.
Snake, you're already in the sewers?
Eva, yeah, I just got down here. I'm coming to meet you now. The door at the north end is open, right?
Snake?
Let me guess. There's a problem.
God dang it.
What is it this time?
The Colonel found out
Oh,
you
really?
escaped.
He did, huh? Figured as much.
Yeah, and now all of Grozny Grad is on red alert.
Just my luck. But once I'm out of the fortress,
You can't get out.
I can't.
When the fortress went on red alert, they sealed off the sewers.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm serious. And that means the escape route I laid out is
It's sealed off, too.
right. And they just sent a unit out looking for you.
Down here?
Uh-huh. They'll be there any minute now. You've got to get out quick.
But isn't the exit sealed off?
You should be able to get out by heading straight north. Book it, Snake. If they find you, you're dead.
Alright, here we go. Part of the game that... Oh, that's good timing. I'm not too worried about it, though. I actually fucked up that jump last time, too. Because if you let go, you can actually grab on again with the triangle button. See what I'm being? You don't really need to worry about stamina too much. I suppose it's more of an issue if you don't know where you're going. Oh, hi. There's dogs down here. Oh, leave me alone. Fortunately, I also know where I'm going here. I think. Okay, maybe not. Sorry, boy. You'll be okay. He's alive. Don't worry. Or girl. I suppose it could be a girl. I know, I feel a touch less guilty knocking out a boy dog as opposed to a girl dog, I guess. But it's not good either way. Alright, so once you make it to here, you're pretty much home free.
I've been waiting for this. Nobody interfere. This is where it ends. Huh? Snake! Don't die on me yet.
Are you one of the Cobras?
Sad. So sad. A host of sorrows. And you are one of them. I am the sorrow. Like you, I too am filled with sadness. This world is one of sadness. Battle brings death. Death brings sorrow. The living may not hear them. Their voices may fall upon deaf ears. But make no mistake, the dead are not silent. Now you will know the sorrow of those whose lives you have ended.
And welcome to one of the most interesting parts of the game. The fight with the final Cobra, the Sorrow. So, basically the difficulty of this game, this fight is completely dependent on how many enemies you have killed throughout the game. So you cannot hurt the Sorrow, you can't do anything. See? But for every single enemy that has died by your hand, you will face another adversary in this fight. And that includes the other Cobras. So here we got the pain. And basically the idea is that we need to get from point A to point B while touching as few of them as possible. With him trying to inhibit us. Now, I will tell you, last time I did this, it was a lot worse. Alright, so there's the guy that I accidentally stabbed in the throat at the beginning of the playthrough. I'll let him get one on me. See, so you can see he actually steals a little bit of life from you. So every single one of them that you pass through, you'll lose a little bit of life. And you basically want to avoid his psi blasts. He's gonna get me. See, it loses a little bit more health. Some of them are easier to avoid than others. Usually the cobras are more difficult. Also, there are skulls every now and then that you would want to avoid. Yeah, that's what happens. I'm sorry if that startled you. I'm trying to avoid them. But you'll notice you'll also lose a bit more health there. So this guy, he died. I think he was the helicopter pilot that we killed back up on top of the mountain there. Last time I actually killed a bunch of people, and this river was a lot more full. So even though the cobras that we killed with stamina kills, quote unquote, apparently they're still here. They're two. Sorry. Also, the parrot. Even though it does not make sense that the parrot is dead, considering we have it in the cage with us. So the parrot's not dead. Also, technically, this is actually the easiest boss fight in the game to actually beat. The challenge is actually getting the reward for it. So, because the stamina has no health and he has no stamina, we can't do a death. We can't do a lethal or non-lethal kill on him. However, if we manage to make it all the way to the end, bye, we die. So yeah, bad news. We have to restart. We failed the fight. Something happened. We failed. No, not really. Okay, so this is actually a false death. So if we actually use the revival pill, I remember as a kid, before I knew how to do this, I literally died four or five times before I figured this out.
You have to shoot me.
I can't.
Shoot me. You want to finish your mission, don't you? Then you'll have to shoot me. The spirit of the warrior will always be with you. Don't be sad. We'll meet again someday.
So Snake's alive. He's okay. Don't worry. So yeah, that fight is actually impossible to fail. If you know about the revival pill, then it is impossible to fail. Even if you don't make it to the end of the river, you can still use the revival pill and you'll get out. Just means you won't get the reward for it.
Snake, are you all right? That was a close call.
What the hell happened to me?
You were halfway drowned at the bottom of the river. Almost crossed over to the other side.
Other side. So that really was.
Something on your mind, Snake?
Major, was there a man in the Cobra unit called the Sorrow?
Yes, I've heard of him. He was an uncanny soldier who fought alongside the boss.
What kind of man was he?
The Sorrow was a man with, well, special powers. He had ESP, which was the subject of extensive research in the Soviet Union at the time. He was especially gifted as a medium.
A medium?
Someone who can communicate with the spirit world and evoke the spirits of the dead. In other words, he could talk to ghosts. They say he could find out what was going on in a battle by talking to dead soldiers.
What about him and the boss? What was the story between them?
I don't know the details. Why don't we ask Sigyn?
Yo, I finished checking up on this Sorrow guy a while ago. Thought you guys already knew, though.
Knew what?
That he's dead. He's been dead for 2 years now.
Died 2 years ago?
At Selino-Yarsk. You know, those cliffs you were at. And the boss is the one who did him in.
The boss?
Yep. 2 years ago, the boss was sent by the CIA on a secret mission to Selino-Yarsk. That's when she met the Sorrow, who'd gone back to the Soviet Union after the Cobras broke up at the end of the war. Except this time they were enemies.
And then what?
The boss killed the Sorrow herself and accomplished her mission. At least, that's what the records say.
So, he was never there in the first place. He just couldn't let go of the boss.
You okay, Snake?
Yeah, I'm fine. It looks like it's not time for me to die yet.
I sure hope not. Otherwise, the whole mission is shot. We're counting on you, pal.
Roger that. Eva?
Snake, you didn't call. I was worried. Are you all right?
Yeah, I took a pretty freaky detour.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Forget it. Let's just say I'm back.
Good. But how did you escape from the sewers?
I jumped into the river.
From all the way up there? You're out of control.
Yeah, I got carried away by the current and almost drowned.
Great. That's perfect.
What do you mean that's perfect?
I mean, if you ended up in the river, then I know a good spot nearby. Let's meet up there.
Where is it?
Keep going upstream until you get to a waterfall.
A waterfall, huh?
Right. Behind that waterfall, there's a cave. We'll meet in there.
The cave behind the waterfall upstream. Got it.
See you there.
Okay, so here we are. We're okay. We made it out. We're in a nice, lush environment. So there's plenty of food around here, so if you're low on stamina, you'll have plenty to find around here. There's also this if you want it. Now there's a couple of things you want to keep in mind. One, if you don't take that transmitter out of your back before you reach this point, there'll actually be a bunch of guards here. They will have tracked you down to this point using that transmitter, and you'll have to fight them. But because I got rid of it, there's no enemies here. They don't know where I am. Now, there's not really too much important to keep track of down here, even if you're going for the Markor ranking. But there is two things you want to keep an eye on. You'll notice that the Tsuchinoko and the parrot aren't with me anymore. Now, because I already collected them, they already count towards the Markor rank. However, if you want the rank that the Tsuchinoko gives you, I think I just scared away something I didn't want to scare away. If you want the Tsuchinoko rank, you'll need to recapture it, and it's right here. think I also just spooked something that I didn't want to spook. It's not too important to this run. And we get more cutscene. I'm actually probably going to call it after this, because there's another save point up here, and I'll get about as far as there. So it'll probably be about another 10 minutes of cutscenes. At least this way we don't start the next stream with cutscene. Because there's plenty of it in the end of this game.
Nice to meet you, Snake. I'm Tatiana. Here's your equipment.
Eva, you could use a towel.
So could you.
Oh, it's here. Well then, yeah, I'll just call it here then. Sorry, this one was so late, it's relatively short. But I'll see what I can do about getting a new stream in tomorrow. Earlier. Oh, also, I forgot to bring this up. Thank you, Cheezers came back. I forgot to show this at the beginning of the stream because they actually followed me a couple days ago. I was feeling guilty that I didn't show it. Because I like to show everybody who followed me so that it can be on stream. They can see it. It's nice. Anyway. So yeah, next stream should be tomorrow. Just, I think things aren't going so well today. Even outside of the stream. It doesn't got anything to do with the stream. That might be why I'm feeling a bit more tired, a bit more down. Anyway, I'll see you guys with the next stream. Hope this wasn't too bad. I think I'm still sort of figuring out what I'm doing exactly. Alright, I'm gonna have a big monologue. I'll see you guys on the next stream, okay?